Why women deserve absolutely nothing and they should not be considered human at all, and their only purpose is to be human dishwashers, a baby-making machine, and a human oven. Is actually not what this book talks about at all. So, first of all, I'm strong. Yeah. I know. 300 subs, I'm like super famous or whatever. But I'm gonna be starting a new series today. I know, another series, right? It's crazy. So every Wednesday or so, I'm gonna be reading a new book so I can learn, be better at reading out loud, be better at talking, and also I can just form content out of it. And today we're gonna be reading a book that I picked up a while back. It's called Why Women Deserve Less. This is inverted, but I might re-invert it so you can see that. I don't know. But yeah, actually this book is not sexist in the absolute slightest at all. Or at least I think it is. Or isn't. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to be reading this. I'm going to be reading the first 2-3 chapters. Something like that. And I'm debating on whether if I'm just going to put a Minecraft gameplay thing on the side of this video, or if I'm just going to leave it raw. Pause. And you can just listen to this however you please. But yeah, if you like this and you want me to do more parts, let me know. Or don't. I'm going to do more parts anyway, because I need to learn how to read. So, without further ado, let's get straight to it. This book does not call for refusing to help your fellow human if it is a woman, nor does it call for refusing to work, interact, or socialize with women in society. God damn it! Fuck! God damn it! Okay. Alright. Nor does it call for refusing to work, interact, or socialize with women in society. It is to prevent you from wasting your resources on the unreciprocated romantic pursuit of women to the point to where it ruins your life. To my parents, AF, who did a great job. Chapter 1. What You Are Up Against. This expert was taken from the book Game: How to Meet, Attract, and Date Attractive Women by Roche Van Zeldetti, released in 2018. This perfectly sums up what men are currently expecting in the modern dating market. Beautiful girls in big cities are now directly or indirectly offered sex more than 1,000 times a month from men on the internet, in bars, on the streets, and within their social circles. If a girl has basic internet profile, spends time on social networking, and goes out twice a week, it guarantees that she is offered more cock than ever. The most famous women in the past. Just the way he worded that was funny. Of course, women are not interested in 99% of the men who offer her sex, but try to imagine the effect on your psychology. If 1,000 women a month are trying to have sex with you, what kind of person would that make you? I could tell you what I would like to be if I was getting over 1,000 sex offers every month. I'd be spoiled rotten, thinking that I deserve all these women just because I existed. I'd be flaky, canceling dates, often because I'd be unsure that I was getting the best possible girl. I'd be bitchy to women who didn't read my mind and failed to treat me exactly the way I wanted to because they don't know how I could sleep with hundreds of other women anytime I wanted. I'd be moody, always dependent on the reactions I'd get from women, and I'd receive less attention on a weekend than usual. I'd throw a temper tantrum and demand immediate satisfaction. I'd also get bored easily with so many women constantly trying to entertain me. I would jump through hoops to make me I wouldn't be able to tolerate 5 minutes with a boring girl who didn't jump through hoops to make me laugh. Lastly, I'd be primed to value novelty over stability and become addicted to experiencing one girl after the next and believe excitement and fun was worth more than stability and commitment. My attention span would morph that into a small child. Haven't I described the modern women? While a large part of who we are is shaped by our genetics, environment plays a huge role when your environment is getting nonstop attention from thousands of people trying to have sex with you. Your personality and even your humanity will become degraded, making it hard for you to connect meaningful with anyone. Trying to find lasting love, comfort, stability with a modern woman is like trying to have a deep conversation with a cat who just wants to chase after the red laser darting around the floor. I'm sure you've had experience of losing a girl's attention at a bar or a nightclub and watching her get approached by another man not even 10 minutes later. Even girls in small towns are getting hit on a lot. I met girls from backwater European villages who can describe to me all the loca beta orbiters who are trying to sleep with them, the Spanish or the British tourists who have approached them at the mall, and men on the internet who are outright offering them gifts, free travels, just to land a chance at landing a date. Girls have become so used to having multiple choices of men that they believe things have always been like this. They are unaware that just a few generations ago, they would have to be lucky to just have 2 good men a year knocking at their door. Most of this choice is a result of technology, which allows women to access and meet more men in one day for sex than they could have in an earlier lifetime. Since technology is continuing to advance rapidly, I don't predict it to return the old ways. If anything, it will soon become impossible for a man who doesn't use some sort of gaming strategy to even get a date. So, basic summary of what I just read in the last 7 minutes. We're cooked. We are cooked. That's pretty much what he's saying, is that pretty much what everyone knows, is that women's standards are through the goddamn roof, and that most likely we're going to be cooked in a few years. just this picture's funny. Alright, I'm probably gonna do 1 or 2 more chapters, and then next week we'll do the other ones. And I apologize if my reading is absolutely complete shit, but I'm trying. I'm gonna put captions on here too. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how this does. Anyways, chapter 2, Tom, Dick, and Harry. Tom was crushing on a girl in class. At 15 years old, he was nervous, inexperienced, and only had his single mom to guide him through his new dating life. Without guidance, Tom finally mustered the courage to approach his crush and ask her out. The approach wasn't polished. On the contrary, it was a horrendous train wreck. Yet despite the awkwardness and the crippling fear, Tom still managed to do the courageous thing, and he walked up to the girl and asked her out. For this act of bravery, Tom was rewarded with his crush not only laughing at him in person, but bursting out laughing even over social media. She spread the rejection over to Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Clubhouse. I have no idea what the fuck Clubhouse is. Instead of rewarding his courage with a date or even a simple thank you but I'm not interested, she used it as an opportunity to boost herself at his expense. She used his torture experience to gain popularity and clout amongst her friends, and for the rest of his freshman year, Tom was forced to endure this embarrassment in person and online. Dick was a hard-working 25-year-old man. He worked 2 jobs, one as an entry-level IT guy during the day, and another as a bartender at night. He worked hard to repay his student loans and save for a home and retirement. Dick had a soft spot for Jane. Dick and soft spot. Jane, one of the regulars at his bar. She would flirt with him, talk to him for hours at the bar, and make sexual jokes. Jane seemed interested in Dick so much that Dick assumed a guaranteed date. After that, it was just a matter of getting some time off from his 80-hour weekday schedule to smash. One day, Jane invited Dick over for dinner on a night that Dick had off. It was the perfect opportunity to have the date brewing over the months, so Dick agreed to show up at her place at 5 p.m. The day before Dick went to go grab a pricey bottle of wine, ironed his shirt, polished his shoes, and scheduled an Uber in advance, as they lived in a major city. However, his investment was not the things he bought, but the excitement and the anticipation put into the day. The night of, he texted Jane letting her know that he was on his way. She curiously didn't text him back. Thinking nothing of it, his Uber arrived at Jane's apartment building, where he texted her again to find out which apartment number to buzz. She did not respond. He checked the time. It was 4:55, right on schedule. He wondered if Jane was hurt and was unable to return his text. Soon it was 5:10, and Dick was starting to get cold. He looked for a coffee shop or any public place, but none of them were open. Dick continued like this until 5:45 p.m., where he finally gave up and took the Uber home. Jane never returned his texts, called him back, or even showed up to his bar again. However, Jane was alive. As Dick saw her Instagram stories that night, Jane reposted stories at a high-end steakhouse with 2 plates of food, glasses of wine, and no indication of who she was with. So he got stood up, pretty much. All that excitement for him to get stood up. And then there was Harry. Harry was 78. Harry was currently living with his 3rd wife. Their marriage was sexless. She nags him, constantly refuses to die or divorce him, as she depends on him for her care. Harry, in return, is financially reliant on her because his 2 prior wives took his money and children via divorce. Harry's life has been hell. Harry spent 60 years in constant poverty, stress, and emotional torture from losing his children. Additionally, his 2 prior wives cheated on him, and the only thing that makes it worse is that there are no more innings, quarters, or even a chance for overtime to salvage his miserable life. As a result, Harry will likely soon die. A pain will be in his existence. I didn't read that right, but pretty much he's gonna die alone and miserable. That was the point he was trying to make. Okay, I can't read books. I can't read this page like this. I have to have it on the floor, or whatever you want to call it. At first, these 3 stories should sound like bad luck. Maybe Tom, Dick, and Harry were done wrong by fate, signs not to meant to be, or the stars didn't align, or some other bullshit excuse that some spiritual bimbo says when things don't work out. But if you're reading this book, you know better than that. Maybe these tragic stories are not representative of life for the average man. But sadly, this is not the case. The reason is that for the first time in 200,000 years of human history, how men and women interact has fundamentally changed. Modern intersexual dynamics have brought a new normal in how men and women should treat each other. Throughout recent and very abrupt, I think that's how you say it. If you don't figure out now how men and women have fundamentally changed, you will face the same risk, if not outright guarantee you will fail like these 3 men mentioned here. Adapting to the modern female nature is easier said than done, because while this changes is very recent, you still have 200,000 years of biology, evolution, instincts, and hardwired genetics and traditions streaming at you to do what Tom, Dick, and Harry did. Men are taught to take women at their word, be nice, and always be a gentleman. Men are taught to, quote, do the right thing, while women are taught, do the right thing for you. Damn. Furthermore, men's interest in women is so intense that their real-life happiness is usually dependent on it, making this a ultimate issue facing all men today. If you do not overpower these instincts or blindly ignore them, the real changes in intersexual dynamics, you will drastically increase your chances at suffering a fate like Carrie. A wholly wasted life. Therefore, all men today need to modernize their approach to women to reflect this new normal. Thankfully, there's hope. Harry, a nearly every man over 50, needed the internet. Harry grew up in the old days, where wisdom was passed through experience, family, friends, and the inner circle. However, this form of knowledge is rapidly becoming obsolete once male-female dynamics changed. It took generations to form the conventional wisdom that would be helpful in the old days. So, it has also taken ages to create knowledge that would work today. Thankfully, the internet provides the ability to compare notes across the globe. In addition, the internet allows for a fast recompilation of wisdom that helps men navigate modern women. What took men thousands of years via trial and error in the past takes men of today mere 2 minutes of internet research. What the confused men decades ago, not a single man today has it to endure the internet with this readily available. All the answers to modern women. All the answers on modern women. So pretty much, since I fucked up reading that part, to sum it up, he's pretty much saying that people 2,000 years ago had to trial and error. They didn't know the internet, but now we can just look it up. In short, the internet can protect men from all the confused, tortured lives of Tom, Dick, and Harry, as long as they are willing to look for and learn and understand the information. The problem with this new wisdom is scattered across the vast internet in the various YouTube channels, blogs, books, and podcasts. In addition, it is mixed with other bits of red pill wisdom concerning career, finances, education, philosophy, etc. Unfortunately, female nature is complex to most men, so this content can often be lengthy, deep, nearly indigestible, and intimidating for men who are new to the red pill wallow. Therefore, men desperately need a simple, brief, and practical manual that summarizes this wisdom into an action plan you can implement now. So what this book will do, Why Women Deserve Less, is the mandatory introduction to this new reality that men must understand. You don't get embarrassed like Tom, don't get stood up like Dick, and don't waste your life like Harry. Intelligent men learn from their mistakes, but wise men learn from other people's mistakes. I'm gonna say it again. Intelligent men learn from their mistakes, but wise men learn from other people's mistakes. That goes crazy. That goes crazy. That goes tough. All right, so that was about 10 pages and 20 minutes. So, and I already filmed like 3 videos already. So I think I'm going to call it there. And either next week or Friday, I will continue chapter 3 and 4. There's only really like, 8 chapters? There's like 9 chapters. So I'll make it to a 6-part, 20-minute series or so, just so it's easier to click on. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope my reading did not completely suck. And like, subscribe, let me know what you thought, and let me know what other books you want me to read as well. I have a bunch. I have a bunch of books by Mark Manson. I have 3. And what I'm planning to do is after this Why Women Deserve Less book, I'm planning on reading The Female Brain. I bought this book like 3 years ago, and I never read it. So yeah, that's my plan. And then I got 48 Laws of Power, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So yeah, this is a new series. I'm gonna keep this going for about the rest of the year just to see how it goes. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, bye.